You know, just like life, I find that God is full of surprises. Earlier this year, Martin and I prayed a prayer that was basically like this: God, what's next? What do you have next for us? It was interesting because literally as we prayed that prayer, I almost got this vision of myself straight away in our big family van with our whole family driving through the Australian countryside, followed by these two words: open road. It really stuck with us, made an impression when I shared it with the family, and that night it was so strong I registered the domain name openroad.church. Later that week, Martin and I decided to book a road trip through the heart of Australia, right down to Adelaide, across to Victoria and New South Wales, literally going out on the open road. One of the things that stood out really strongly to us that we believe God was speaking to us about is that all the towns we went through, big and mostly small, there was a real need for simple, easy access to Jesus and his key teachings, his gospel message. While we were away, God birthed a small new church in our area here on the Sunshine Coast. And when we returned, this gathering that had no strategy, no plan, it just happened out of God's heart, we joined in and we felt God say, this is the place for you to stay. So after we joined that leadership team there, we started to formalize a little bit and to choose a name. We thought we'd go for Sunshine Coast Community Beach Church, something generic, and we could just call it Beach Church. And I love that. If you know me, I love that phrase, Beach Church. But right before we registered it, the team reconsidered and decided on Open Road. Some of the key reasons of this: we wanted this church that God breathed on the beaches of the Sunshine Coast to align with this bigger picture, something that's about more than just us and what's happening right now. Also, everyone in our church, just like you, believes that Jesus should be open to all people. Anyone can follow him on his path to true life. And finally, we like the idea of an open-ended adventure with Jesus. This is what makes sense to us. This is how we started, and it just might be that this is how we keep going. So I want to invite you to Open Road. If you've been enjoying right now our simple, significant rhythms of following Jesus, and you get excited like we do, like many of us do, about an open-ended, Spirit-led, Jesus-focused future, then we'd love to have you join us at Open Road.